Hello and welcome to TMR Now. I am Chris and today we'll be doing a classical-ish mat series with a focus on the pelvis. So if you care to join me, we're going to start by lying on our backs. And let's begin by doing pelvic clocks, but we're going to use the pelvic clock to create a vocabulary for the session. So essentially you've got 12 o'clock behind the belly button, 3 behind the left pelvis, 6 behind the tail, 9 behind the right pelvis. So if you were to tilt your tailbone to the back of the knees, that's taking you to 12 o'clock, and then the pubic bone to the heels takes you to 6. Or you can even think that if you had wheels on either side of your pelvis, you're rolling your wheels backwards to tilt to 12. And then you're rolling the wheels forwards to go to 6. Being in the center of the clock now, and then you're going to send the right knee away from you, so the right hip will lift and the left will drop down. That's your 3 o'clock. Left knee away, and that takes you to your 9. Just do one more on each side. So right knee forward to 3, left knee forward to 9. Okay, now let's go into pelvic curls. So rolling your shoulders lightly up and back. You can think about rolling your pelvic wheels back to start to peel the spine up, and then feel the wheels travel away from the head. And then as you roll down, soften the chest, the ribs, and the wheels are still rolling back until right at the end where they tip forward. Just do that a couple more times. Exhale, roll up, breathe in, and then breathe out, roll down. And once more. And roll down. To add to this, extend your left leg away. And then you want your left side to be as lazy as possible. So essentially we're doing a pelvic curl with a twist. So send your right knee away from you to peel the right spine off from the floor. And then just as a reminder, sometimes the left hip wants to lift. Let that left side just droop as much as possible. And then rolling down. 3 more times. Right knee travels away. Make sure the knee is still traveling over the second toe and it's not going inside. And then roll down. 2. And 1. Hold on this one. Just to wake up the midline, you're going to bring your left leg, lift it up, and then lower it down. So you can imagine you've got a stack of books on your inner thigh, left inner thigh. Lift the books up, and then lower them down. 3. 2. And 1. Roll down. Other side. Left knee away from you, peel up. And rolling down. And then as you roll up, make sure you're still even on both shoulders. And down. And 3. Twice more. So the knee traveling away from you will provide that length of that top side of the body. On the next one, we lift and hold. We add the 5 leg lifts. Lift up and down. 3. 2. And 1. Roll down. Okay, let's get into the 100. So we're going to do 50 pumps. Start with your legs long. You have the option of keeping the feet down, one leg up at head height, or both legs up. When you're ready, slide the hands down and forward, pick the head and chest up, and then let's go 50 times. And breathing out. Now just make sure that as you're reaching your legs away, that you're still in the center of your clock. Hold here. Bring your hands onto the floor. Now 50 times you're going to cross your legs, have them brushing against one another. And let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10. Lay down. Come up to sit. Let's just go into some half rollbacks. You can have your toes up or toes down. If toes are down, try to ground into your big toe knuckles. You're going to have your hands, actually, you know what? Have your hands here, kind of signaling the movement of your pelvic wheels. So what takes you back is the pelvic wheels rolling backwards. And roll as far back as possible until you find that you're in the center of your clock. And then what brings your spine up and over is the pelvic wheels rolling up and over. And then repeat. So you may even feel that the crest of the pelvis has movement, like promote that from happening. And 3 more. Now twice more. See if you can get that same signaling in your brain without having your hands onto your pelvis. Very good. Roll down. Let's do 3 full roll-ups. That's in your practice with that intention. So you're reaching your arms overhead, Achilles tendon down, pressing actively into the floor. Arms up to the ceiling, breathe in. As you breathe out, roll up and over and forward. Keep the pelvis still for as long as possible. This is where you're getting the C curve in your spine. Then what takes you forward is the pelvic wheels rolling. Breathe in, breathe out, lead from your pelvic wheels, roll back. When you're in the center of your clock, stay in the center of the clock. Don't let it tip to 12. Roll down, twice more. So now let's get into the rollover. So begin by sliding your heels into your seat, lifting the legs up to the ceiling. Keep the sit bones away from the head so the waist stays long. Then arms pressed down. You have 2 options here. Either to lift the legs up vertically so the hips get a little bit lighter, or take it into the full rollover. Let me demonstrate the full rollover. So as you breathe out, you're going to think about your sit bones lifting up to the ceiling and getting lighter to take the legs over. Open the legs at hip distance, flex the feet, and then breathe out to roll down. And keep those sitting bones lifted tall so that the waist stays long. Open legs out wide, circle down around, and then bring them back up. Let's just do this 4 more times like that. Use your breath out to lift up. Breathe in as you open your legs hip distance. Exhale to roll down. Once more. Left leg stays down, right leg up. Let's go into the one-legged tick-tock or the one-legged corkscrew. So begin with the right hip slightly turned out. Then you're going to lift this hip up to send the leg over to the left, promoting that 3 o'clock action. Try to send the leg as far away as possible without dropping it down to the floor. Now, use your breath out to pull everything back to center. And then again, breathe in, And then breathe out. Think about pushing to your 9 o'clock to bring your leg back in. And as you go over to the left, resist any turnout from that standing leg. And pull in. 2 more. Once more. Reach that leg up and over. And pull everything in. Good. Switch sides. Ground that standing leg. Slightest turnout of that left leg from the hip socket. Lift up to go over. And pull everything in. And 4 more. I think I did 5 on the other side. 3. Twice more. Leg goes over to the right. Ground that left shoulder blade into the mat. Once more. Come up to sit. We take into rolling like a ball, but we're going to use a transition that helps us find that deep hip fold. So begin with your hands beside you. Lift the hips off the floor, and then you're going to push yourself forward towards your heels. And then going back. Just do that a couple more times. Lift up, press forward, and back. Once more. Seat to heels. Hold here. Now lift up to your fingertips. And then try to bring the crown of the head as far forward as possible. Now, from here, swing the arms around. Find your ankles. And here's your shape. Rock forward and back 6 times. Think about rocking back by tilting your pelvis with all of your might, rather than sending the upper body back. Let's go. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift. And 5 more. 4. 3. And 2. Once more. Good. Single leg stretch. I'm going to slide back a little bit. Roll down. Pull your right knee in as much as possible. Reach that left leg away as much as possible. Try to go even deeper than what you may normally do. So much so that the pelvis kind of like twists in and of itself. Let that happen. However, reach your pubic bone down and away. And then switch. Hold. Find that deep twist within the pelvis. And switch. Breathe in and breathe out, switch. Let's go a little bit faster. Breathe in and out. Out. In, out, out. Both legs in, double leg stretch. Breathe in, arms and legs reach up. Hold. Reach your sit bones away so that your waist is still long. Circle the arms around, pull everything in. Stay with that variation or go into the diagonal reach of the arms and legs. Let's go. Breathe in. Exhale, circle, pull in. Try to be in the center of your clock in every part of the movement. Once. Crisscross. Twist to the left. Exaggerate this by going so far to the left that you push to your 3 o'clock. Now, stay in the twist and ground that right side down. Twist to the other side. Exaggerate it. Twist further. Let the left hip lift a little bit. Now, stay in the twist. Ground that down. Now, let's just do 4 more on each side without staying in the center of your clock. And let's go. One more on each side, let's go. Good, lie down. All right, come up and sit. Roll up. Before going into the spine stretch, we're going to take our sit bones for a walk. So you can have your hands supporting your neck or hands pressing into the crown of the head. Actually, this is feeling better for me, so I'm going to go with this one. So you can imagine your sit bones to be like little feet, and you're going to walk the feet back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then forward. Try to make those strides as big as possible. And then back. And allowing like the hip hike to lift the leg up before sending it back. And then forward. Believe it or not, this is one of the best pelvic floor exercises there is. One more. Great to have an awareness of the sitting bones as well when we take it to the spine stretch. And forward. Perfect. Arms forward, be in the center of the sitting bones. Breathe out, roll the spine up, over, and forward. How far can you send your spine forward, though still being on your sitting bones? Now, let's hinge your spine forward and actually roll onto the front of the sitting bones and let them fan open. Now, ground your sitting bones, roll back into the curve, and then roll up. Let's just do that 3 more times. Roll forward in the curve. Sitting bones wide, shining back. Hinge. Curve. Roll up. Two. Once more. Open leg rocker. Roll back. Feel the lightness of the legs pick up. And then your hands meet your legs. All right. Same idea as rolling like a ball. Tilt your pelvis or roll your pelvic wheels to rock you back. And exhale up. All right. 4 more. Whoop. 3. 2. Last one. Legs together. Arms forward and roll back. Lie face down, let's get into swan. Now crawl your feet back, away from your head, so that your lower back is long, and you feel even between your hip bones and your pubic bone into the mat. Let's begin with the half swan, where you're going to stay in the center of your clock. Glide your elbows back. Breathe in. Eyes, chest, forward and up. Exhale, lower down. And repeat. Try to make your body longer as you come up, longer as you lower down. Once more like that. Last 3, either staying with this variation or coming up halfway first as you breathe in. Then press down, come up into the full swan, and as you come up, tilt your pelvis forward and up like it's the last vertebra in your spine. Take a breath in, breathe out, roll down. Level out the pelvis and then lay the rest of the spine down. If it helps, ground your feet down into the floor. 2 more. Once more. Child's pose. Slide back, arms forward. Breathe in, send the breath into the pelvis. Exhale, body softens. 2 more. And 1. Roll up. Side kicks. Align yourself with the back edge of your mat. I'm going to prop myself just above my elbow, though if you want to lie down, that is also okay. If you've got your hands like I do, press your neck and head into the hands and lengthen the neck long. From here, bottom leg presses down from the upper thigh to lift the top leg up. Now you're going to swing your leg forward and hold. Now try to send the leg further forward, almost like you're doing a front split. So you're sending your front leg away from your back leg. Though the back leg isn't moving in space, imagine if it could. Press them away from another. Now as you send your leg back, do the same thing. This leg goes back. Press this leg down and forward. Repeat that 5 more times. And breathe out. Be as active in that bottom leg as you are in the top leg. Always moving in opposition. Similar idea as we swing the leg up and down. Externally rotate the upper thigh. The top leg lifts up, but the bottom leg presses down away from it, like you're doing a side split. And press down. 5 more. 2. And 1. Switch sides. Feet at the front edge of the mat, body at the back edge. And let's go bottom leg down, top leg up, forward, hold. Find that front split-like feeling, top leg further forward, bottom leg further back, and then switch. And switch. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Side split, bottom leg down, top leg lifts all at once. And pressing down. Legs apart, legs together. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, come up and stand. Let's just finish with 3 roll downs. It can be the heels together, toes apart position. And let's bring your hands back to the pelvic wheels. So as you roll forward and down towards the floor, you're peeling away from that imaginary wall behind you. Keep your pelvic wheel as still for as long as possible to allow the rest of the spine to open. When you can't move anymore without tilting the pelvic wheel, tilt it with all of its might. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Roll from the pelvic wheel first. Once your pelvis is level, then lower back, mid back, upper back, neck and head come up. Twice more with that idea. You can keep your hands at the pelvic wheels if that helps you. Or you can just dangle your arms forward. And that's also okay. Once more. And forward. Breathe in. And then breathe out, tail down, pubic bone up to tilt the pelvic wheel. And then stack everything up in one long line. Thank you so much for joining me in the pelvic exploration of the mat series. See you all soon.